Okay, so if you're into prophecy at all, and I know if you're an atheist or whatever, a non-believer, I forget this video, it's not for you. But if you are into prophecies, and if you're a Christian, I'm Catholic, I really enjoy following different kinds of news related to prophecy. Now, I've done several videos about the Our Lady of Fatima and the prophecies associated with her appearance to 3 small shepherd children in Portugal in 1917. Well, we're coming up on the 100th anniversary of that, and Sister Lucy, one of the children who was given the prophecy and later became a nun, Sister Lucy said, or associated the third secret, the last prophecy, with what happened to the King of France, where the kings of France were given a warning that if they didn't, if they didn't shape up or whatever, I can't remember exactly what it was. I'll put a link to that particular prophecy down below. But if they didn't shape up, then within 100 years, basically, they'd be destroyed. To the day. To the day of that particular prophecy to the French monarchs, they did not do what God asked them to do. I think it was consecrate France to Jesus' Sacred Heart. They did not do what God asked them to do. And so to the day, 100 years later, the kings were deposed during the French Revolution, King Louis, and later on he was executed. So there's a lot of speculation or a lot of interpretation going on that this, the 100th anniversary in October of this year, 2017, is the 100th anniversary of Our Lady of Fatima's appearance. And if the Church doesn't consecrate Russia exactly the way that Our Lady indicated they needed to, that there was going to be a major chastisement. Some people have thought maybe it's going to come in the form of a big, massive meteor. Some people have thought maybe it's going to be nuclear war, whatever. According to that prophecy, something could happen this year. Now, I'm not going to name any dates. I know some people name dates, some people don't name dates. The fact of the matter is I don't know that much about this stuff. I'm a lay person. I'm not clergy. If you want to really know the details, I can put some links to people who know much more about this than I do. But I do follow it, and I do read about it, and I do enjoy talking about it. Add to that another little tidbit. In the Bible, Christians who read the Bible know that we're supposed to watch for signs in the stars, right? I mean, we're not supposed to do astrology or, that kind of stuff, but the stars were put up there for a purpose, for signs and seasons, etc., etc., etc. Oh, and this is the other interesting thing. Sister Lucy specifically said that the appearance of Our Lady and the third secret is associated with chapter 12 of the book of Revelation. Well, what does chapter 12 say? Chapter 12 talks about a woman clothed in the sun, giving birth and having birth pangs, giving birth to a child that the red dragon wants to consume immediately, but that child is caught up and taken up into heaven, right? And that the lady was clothed with the sun, I already said that, and had 12 stars around her head. Well, September 23rd this year, sometime around there, Virgo is going to be in the sky, and Jupiter will have been in her womb, where the womb would be in the Virgo constellation, for 9.5 months. Jupiter, the king star, the king planet, will come out of her womb, and she will give birth to Jupiter. The moon will be at her feet. This is unfortunately going to happen during the daytime, so you won't be able to see it. The moon will be at her feet, and the sun will be at her back, so she's almost clothed in the sun. And she will have the Leo constellation, 9 stars near her head, plus 3 other stars, actually planets, Mars, Venus, and Mercury near her head. So that counts for a total of 12 stars around her head. Now, either one of those alone kind of creep me out and kind of make me think, wow, I need to get to church. But both of them together, I think that we're looking at something here seriously that, we need to take heed of. We need to consider. Does it mean the world's going to end? No. This is stuff that if you read the Bible and consider it important, that you have to sit up and take notice of and ask yourself, how much do you believe this? Is this something that's important to you? Well, it's important to me, and so I made this video, but there are other people who have already noticed the star thing way before I did. And then on the Catholic side, there are people who have noticed the Fatima thing way before I did. But when you put the two together, I think that's when the story becomes even more important and more impactful. So I would say to my Protestant brothers and sisters out there and there are a lot of you, who claim that the appearance at Fatima, Portugal of Our Lady was somehow demonic, get a life, okay? the Catholics don't worship Mary, and nothing in that message from Fatima was against the teachings of the Bible and the teachings of Christ. In fact, it produced more faith in people, and there's no way in hell, so to speak, that the devil or demons would make an appearance that would convince people to go to church and to become Christian, etc. I mean, there were atheists in the crowd that day of the miracle of the sun that became convinced. You've got to explain to me how it is that helps the devil. So long story short, I think those people are wacko. Don't believe them. And if you're interested and you're not a Catholic, start looking at that particular issue. There are tons of YouTube videos on it. Go ahead and take a look at that stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Hope I didn't creep out my atheist friends and transmission. You've been watching TC McCarthy. Please buy my books basically anywhere books are sold. I'll leave links to them below. You can buy them hard copy or in ebook format. And don't forget to click like after this video.